So what's the better investment, XRP or Chainlink? On this channel, we're totally unbiased. It doesn't make any sense to be tribal or emotional about your investments. If you see a better asset, you can sell your asset and buy it, right? The goal is to find the most life-changing assets on the planet, right? So what makes a life-changing asset? It has to have strong tokenomics, strong adoption, and strong technology/use cases. If you can hit on all three of those metrics, you're going to provide life-changing returns in the digital asset space. So let's compare XRP's fundamentals to Chainlink's fundamentals. All three metrics, right? First, tokenomics. XRP has a fixed supply of 100 billion XRP. Currently, the circulating supply is 56 billion XRP. So in theory, there's 45 billion more XRP inflation still to come to be dumped on the market. That's just the reality. Again, we're not scared of inflation because Bitcoin launched at a few pennies. It had inflation worth 21 million tokens still to be dumped on the market. Did it matter when it went from a few pennies to thousands of dollars? Not at all. And it was massively inflationary during that period. But that's where we are with XRP. 45 billion more XRP to go. 45% of the total supply. Chainlink, total supply is 1 billion and the total circulating supply is 626 million. About 35% of the total supply to go. Right? So a smaller amount of supply for Chainlink still to be dumped on the market before it gets extremely scarce in theory. Both of these assets have a fixed supply. Chainlink has less of a percentage of its total supply to come online. Now that can actually be a blessing and a curse because what it means is there's less capital available for the treasury to invest in the ecosystem, right? If XRP goes up 10x and they have 45% of their total supply to sell into the market to invest in the ecosystem, then they're going to have more capital to build with. Chainlink has a lower amount of potential capital to dump on the market, but again, more positive from a tokenomics standpoint. Just lots to consider in this space. I would say it's actually a tie at this point in terms of tokenomics, with Chainlink getting the slight edge. Now, this is the truth, right? If I'm a billionaire, if I'm Elon Musk and I want to invest in blockchain technology, I want to find the best possible blockchain technology to acquire, right? Well, the cost of acquiring the XRP network, the fully diluted market cap is currently $59 billion. The current fully diluted market cap of Chainlink is $12 billion. So XRP currently costs 5 times more than Chainlink to acquire from a market cap perspective. So better at 5 times the future fundamentals than Chainlink. So we covered tokenomics. I don't think either asset has really a huge edge in that space, kind of a wash. What about adoption? This is where it gets mind-blowing, right? Chainlink is blockchain infrastructure that secures transactions, it provides data fees, it does a whole lot. We'll talk about that more. But as of now, Chainlink has enabled $15.5 trillion of value with its blockchain infrastructure. It has secured trillions and trillions of dollars worth of transactions, and it's enabling that much value. That is absolutely massive. The economy of the United States is worth $30 trillion, right? So Chainlink has secured almost half that. So who is using Chainlink? Well, we have 889 decentralized finance projects relying on and using Chainlink's infrastructure. We have 576 NFT projects using Chainlink's infrastructure, 327 gaming projects, 111 build infrastructure projects, 104 pure blockchain projects, and 103 data providers, right? So across the Web3 world, Chainlink is undeniably massive. It is a crucial backbone of Web3. If we browse it by chain, Ethereum, almost 1,200 projects are using Chainlink. So decentralized finance on Ethereum doesn't exist without Chainlink. That's how important it is. Polygon, 362 projects. Binance, 329. 116 on Avalanche, 94 on Arbitrum, and 79 on Solana. So across the blockchain world, again, Chainlink is systemically important. So that speaks to where it is now, an absolute powerhouse in the Web3 world. What about the future? Because both of these assets have the potential to be an integral and significant part of the future financial system. If the future financial system runs on these assets, they're extremely valuable. It's like owning the future internet. Well, this comes from the head of Securitize. What is Securitize? Securitize announces $47 million strategic funding round led by BlackRock, right? Very few companies or organizations are more powerful than BlackRock. BlackRock decides where the money flows. They manage trillions of dollars of assets. They decide where those trillions of dollars flow. That's why companies have to really kind of suck up to BlackRock. So they're extremely powerful, right? Well, this is what the head of Securitize is saying.
You can see a world where I can take an oracle from Chainlink that actually injects in the smart contract the NAV calculation on a daily basis, and then the smart contract is rebasing and issuing new tokens all the time without any blockchain transaction. And then that completely eliminates human intervention, human error, like everything disappears and everything collapses in one place. Everything is software, everything is automated. And this is, a huge cost saving, which translates into better fees for customers, into more efficiency in markets, etc.
I can see that world as well.
It's coming. We'll do it together.
So he's saying we'll do it together. That's BlackRock's technology platform, talking about using Chainlink to tokenize trillions of dollars of world value. It really doesn't get bigger than that. He's also talking about how valuable this technology is because it can streamline and solve so many different problems in the financial world. And what he's saying is it's better for customers, right? Because the smart contracts that Chainlink is going to secure and provide the data for are going to do a lot of the settlement and financial infrastructure tasks of legacy financial companies, right? So clearly breakthrough important technology that BlackRock is going to be using, period. Massive, right? What else? DTCC, bringing capital markets on chain with DTCC and Chainlink. DTCC is one of the biggest companies on the planet. DTCC and Chainlink collaborate on Swift's blockchain interoperability project. What is the DTCC? It clears and settles virtually all broker-to-broker equity, listed corporate and municipal bond, and in unit investment trust transactions in the U.S. equity markets. If you don't understand how massive that is, this is how massive that is. Total value of securities processed, 2.5 quadrillion. That's 2.5 thousand trillion. That's how big the DTCC is. They are using Chainlink as well. Right. So again, talk about adoption. We're talking quadrillions of dollars of value in theory being secured by Chainlink. Chainlink's already systemic in the Web3 world. What happens when it becomes systemic to the future global financial system? Right. That's valuable software. Then we have Vodafone, DAB, and Chainlink Labs. Vodafone's a multi-billion-dollar company demonstrating the transformation of global trade through blockchain innovation, right? Massive. 21 shares integrates Chainlink's proof of reserve to increase transparency of the 21 shares core Ethereum ETF. So Chainlink also provides instant proof that companies have the assets they say they have. If they're attached to a blockchain, Chainlink can verify instantly that they have those assets. 21 shares is affiliated with the ARC ETFs. So across the spectrum, massive usage. Swift Chainlink tokenization experiment successfully transfers value across multiple blockchains. How big is Swift? It is the largest and most secure payment messaging system in the world and is used by more than 11,000 financial institutions in over 200 countries, right? So when it comes to adoption, it really can't get bigger than Chainlink. It is scheduled to be the most valuable software on the planet, right? Just based on how deeply integrated it's going to be in our future financial system. So this is all a fact, totally objective. What about XRP? Because we're comparing these assets. Well, XRP is also trying to compete for global market dominance and build a new financial system. The following banks are confirmed to have been working with Ripple. These are the banks that Ripple is working with. We have SBI in Japan, that's massive. We have 2 in Thailand. So across the world, pretty solid network effects, right? Does it compare to the Swift network, which has 11,000 banks? It doesn't, right? 11,000 banks around the world. That's what the Swift network does. DTCC securing quadrillions of dollars of data. This list of banks, while it is impressive for a crypto asset, it does not beat Chainlink. It just can't, objectively, it can't. So right there on the adoption front, Ripple is not winning. Now, what a lot of people will focus on is ISO 222, right? Ripple's involvement in a new global financial standard. So we really have to unpack this, right? Because according to the Swift network, which is using Chainlink, this is what they're saying. ISO 222 is an open global standard for financial information. And so Swift is moving to this new implementation. And there are 11,000 banks are going to be moving to this implementation, right? So what excites Ripple investors is the fact that Ripple is involved in ISO 200-2022. Let's spend some time diving into what ISO 222 is and what it means for both of these assets. In May 2020, Ripple announced that it had become part of the ISO 200-2022 standards body, a multi-part international standard set to replace Swift's current empty messages and aimed at a single standardized approach to be used by all financial standards initiatives. It creates a common language and model for payments data globally. This makes Ripple the first company focused on distributed ledger technology to join the new global standard for modern payments. Ripple over the past couple of years has been making some strides into the cross-border payments industry by leveraging off its distributed ledger technology solution, RippleNet. The migration to ISO 200-2022 by SWIFT aims to replicate this for its member institutions by ensuring standardized messages across the payments processing chain. According to Ripple, the world is converging on a new global standard. Ripple's ISO 200-2022 membership will allow customers to utilize RippleNet to access a network of global financial institutions and connect to one standardized API for all counterparty connections. That's the big game Ripple is going for. So what does all this mean, right? The membership to ISO 200-2022 can only yield positive results for Ripple, as this could also mean Ripple can now provide their RippleNet platform at a greater scale by conforming to the same standard that will be used by SWIFT and its member institution. The institution's back-end internal systems can now easily interface into RippleNet, as the message standard and structure will be similar and based on ISO 200-2022. So what we have here is Ripple trying to compete with SWIFT. It's going to be difficult. That's a challenge, right? We're talking 11,000 member institutions using SWIFT. Ripple's biggest challenge of penetrating the market has always been dominated by SWIFT. Still exists and will continue to exist mainly due to SWIFT's strong membership and dominant position in the global processing of transactional payments for more than 40 years. This also speaks to the issue around the level of comfort/trust institutions have with the usage of blockchain and DLT technologies. The question whether or not the major financial institutions and corporates will consider Ripple as a viable alternative to SWIFT will pretty much come to the regulatory compliance requirements that will apply to DLTs, and Ripple's membership to the ISO 200-2022 standard is definitely a step to ensuring DLTs are seen by complying to global payment standards. So that's where we are. Ripple is competing with SWIFT. That's going to be very challenging for them. Yes, they have this list of banks, but the SWIFT list is 11,000 plus, right? It's also what the United States uses to sanction people. If they want to punish a country, they kick them off SWIFT. It's that important, even to national security. So SWIFT is massive. I would say it's an uphill battle to try to dethrone SWIFT. What technology is SWIFT using? Chainlink. So it's almost like Chainlink versus Ripple. At this point, Chainlink clearly has the lead when you look at how BlackRock is using it, when you look at how Vodafone is using it, when you look at how the SWIFT network, 11,000 banks, are currently using it. If you think Ripple can dethrone SWIFT, that's a whole different ballgame. But currently, Chainlink is absolutely in the lead from the adoption perspective. What about the technology? This came out on September 11, 2024. Ripple Chief Technology Officer clarifies that XRP Ledger lacks smart contract functionality. Ripple plans to roll out smart contracts on its Ledger mainnet by 2025 per a press release. So not that impressive that they still haven't gotten smart contracts on the Ledger. Crypto's been around for a long time. Smart contracts have been around for a long time. Ripple still hasn't gotten smart contracts on the Ledger. Not the most impressive look, especially when they have a $59 billion market cap and their circulating supply is 56 billion XRP. What have they spent that money on is the question. Chainlink's been super efficient with the money they've spent. Ripple's stablecoin enters beta testing but faces crowded market. This was August 2024. So they're just starting to launch a stablecoin into a crowded market. That's where we are with Ripple, just getting started with stablecoins, just getting started with smart contracts. This is where we are with the technology of Chainlink. Products, data streams, leverage high-frequency market data to power the next generation of DeFi markets, market and data feeds, integrate ultra-secure on-chain data to trigger smart contracts in DeFi and beyond, prove a reserve, verify cross-chain and off-chain reserves, backing tokenized and wrapped asset, cross-chain communication. This is the big one. Move data and value between existing systems and any public or private blockchain. These are the products that have adopted Chainlink CCIP, right? Ethereum, Binance, Coinbase's Base, Optimism, Arbitrum, Polygon, Avalanche. So it's a massive protocol just right there. So the robustness of Chainlink's technology is undeniable. They're a powerhouse in the Web3 world. They're scheduled to become a powerhouse in the future financial system, not just the crypto world. So robust breakthrough technology that beats XRP's technology at this point. It's just a fact. It is what it is. Objectively, that's where we are. So Chainlink beats XRP on adoption. It beats XRP on technology. The future could change. Ripple could dominate Swift. If that happens, then yes, it'll be worth many hundreds of billions of dollars of market cap. But currently, the market cap of XRP is 5 times higher than Chainlink, meaning it's worth 5 times more. Based on the facts presented here, do you think that's worth it, or do you think Chainlink is more undervalued and is the better investment because it wins on technology and it wins on adoption? These are the objective facts. If you disagree with me, let me know. Because if for some reason XRP appears to be the better investment, I'll happily sell all Chainlink and move to XRP. I want to know the facts. Right? But these are the objective facts. This is what we know today. Obviously, Chainlink is currently the better investment.